It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
41 Mike, 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 41, Mahomes is going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taylor Gabriel, his fourth touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Secure. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. And Kimmy's trump. Blocky. Check. Check. Watch the pass. Switch.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28. Jackson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Check 52. Hey, 57, 57.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Come back. Motion, motion, motion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. Right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First down, Houston.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
Here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watch the safety creep. You go tight. You go tight. Hey, check 24. Check 2.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Back to you. I'm going. Yellow, yellow. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch twist. Watch twist.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Mike, 53. 53. That's it. You must be dreaming.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left, and that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Stop your body. Hey, hey, watch in, watch in. Bang, 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 bang.
Throwing again. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson flushed out right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Texans 14, Chiefs 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A big run by Kareem Hunt, 42 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's not often that you get 19-year-olds that enter the NFL, but this guy is absolutely special. Tremaine Edmonds out of Virginia Tech, 6'4", 250-plus pounds, can run like a deer. We just saw his ability to flash and make plays.
His brother Terrell also taken in the 1st round. First set of brothers taken in the 1st round of the same draft. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney Merciless showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
First down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, a run for Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down Broadway. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. I'll guarantee you Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now he's forced out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back in pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again.
Chopper, chopper.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Attack!
They do go for it. It's Mahomes rolling to his right. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. Open man is QT, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Caught. It's Wilson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again is Jackson. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hupp, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Trevor Williams with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the catch made by Hilton.
Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mahomes firing complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice break.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
We got 4.
Hey, ripple in. Attack, attack.
Check 3.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
I got you. I got you.
15, 15.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
43, 43.
58's the money.
Hey, 15, 15, 15.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Check, check, check.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson flushed out right. Got an open man. It's QT. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A first down carry now for Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, hold on. Hey, you ain't going nowhere. 49, check 49, check 49. Mike, 53. Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Check 24.
Now Jackson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards.
Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Here's Johnson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They come out here in the I. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run for it with Hyde. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. They try again with Hyde. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Carlos Hyde, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his third touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Butker on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 24-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
again, it's Johnson. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And an alley to run. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Come on, set. 6 yard. Mike.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and never an easy thing to come into Arrowhead and get the victory. One of the toughest places to play in the league, but they did it.
Some of the best fan support in the league. They take pride in it. They love their team. They rally around them, good and bad. But when it's good, oh, it is so difficult to come into this place and get a win. From the time they sing the national anthem and finish it with the home of the Chiefs, you're in trouble right from that moment usually.
So for the Texans, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire